Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Joy Reid on the Joy Reid show pretty much read Stephen A. Smith down. She has a segment about Stephen A. Smith that she spent meticulous time in bringing up receipts upon receipts about how old boy disrespecting black women, meaning meaning he disrespected Jasmine Crockett, he disrespected Kamala Harris, he disrespected Michelle Obama, Jamel, Joy Reid herself, just a few, just to name a few. Now, I never paid attention to Stephen A. Smith. A lot of people know of him and spoke of him. You know, recently I think he got a multi-million-dollar offer to do his own show. So I don't know too much about him. I don't listen to him. They said that he's obviously very friendly with Trump, and then apparently he gave some good old hospitality to Ben Shapiro. He's one of those, based on what I've seen, one of those pick me type of black folks that wants to be part of the community that doesn't necessarily see him in the same equality as them, but they play along with him because he's the yes man for the black folks. That's how I see him. Just from listening to some of the stuff that's going on. And now he doesn't even have, he doesn't even have enough empathy to even acknowledge what happened with Renee Nicole Good. So it's just, so I'm, mostly he speaks of black women, but I'm kind of wondering if women are his issues. You know what I'm saying? Because he sure seemed to show a lot of respect for the men's, especially the white T men, against all women, but especially black women. But I was very, very surprised to see Joy Reid and all her receipts, because apparently Stephen A. Smith doesn't think he's disrespectful, doesn't think he has issues with black women. He goes on and he plays the role of, oh, I have no, it's not me. I'm just asking a question. I don't disrespect anybody. I'm just putting a different point, a different lens, a different view. And black women, we know already what time it is when somebody disrespect us. It's not too much we need to do to decipher a disrespect. We understand from a very young age what a disrespect is. And Joy Reid just brought out the receipt. Again, I never listened to a guy like Stephen A. Smith. I don't listen to Stephen Smith. I don't listen to Ben Shapiro of the world. I don't listen to the CK of the world. God rest his soul. I don't listen to none of them because why spend your energy when you have so much stuff going on as a person, and my friends hate when I talk third party, but as a person, why spend your energy listening to people that pretty much would just stress your nerve with their nonsense? You know what I'm saying? If you know the type of person that is spewing the disrespect, why waste your time and energy? Just don't listen to them. You know, it's a big, great, big world out there. Why would I spend my time listening to a Stephen A. Smith or or Ben Shapiro or Nick F or CK. It just doesn't make sense to me. But I found it so interesting that Joy Reid actually spent the time to talk about him. So I actually looked at all her receipts, and I'm like, damn, he's an Uncle Ruckus. He's a disrespectful Uncle Ruckus. Now, a lot of people would be like, oh, he's an accomplished man. That's why he received such a huge, um, you know, and he's proud of it too. Good for him. No one want to take away from the fact that, he could ask for millions and millions of dollars to actually have a show. Nobody want to take that away from them. But my thing is that why is he's getting hundreds of $1 million as a black male in today's society? It's because he's a pick-me Uncle Ruckus. And the YT folks, especially the ones of the MAGA persuasion, they want to be able to identify and pick out black faces that they could say, okay, you see, he doesn't think so bad of me. Or he could be the voice of the black folks. Or he could be the token to show, you see, we're not racist. You see, that's Stephen A. Smith. You know what I'm saying? That's who he is as a person. Thank you. Happy holiday, retired troll. How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. But it's just so funny to me. I'm like, I really never listened to him. Now, I've heard about him on some of the shows that I watch, right? Some of the black podcasts, the male likes to talk about him and his intelligence, and they like to, it's him and Dr. Umar and a lot of the other black intellectuals. They love to talk about them and their various views of our community. And these kind of guys, and we already know what's going on with Dr. Umar. I'm going to leave him alone because this is not what it's about. But it's the guys like Stephen A. Smith that looks at our community as black folks and they're embarrassed by us. And that's what it is. They're embarrassed by us. They're embarrassed with the way we talk, the way we walk, the way we could duck ourselves overall. If we independent black women, we're not doing enough to have a man in our house. We're not doing enough to raise our kids and stuff like that. And is he even married? I'm curious. I haven't even researched enough. Some people are so metrosexual, if that's the right word, that some of them, the way they carry themselves, you often wonder, you just wonder. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with being who you are, but you do wonder who they are. And sometimes some of these intellectual, like highbrow black men, especially black men, some of them, they may hate for a reason. They may hate for a reason. But I'll just leave it there. I'm not going to go into it because I really don't care what he does in his personal life. I care about what he feels or how he feels of black women in particular. And I care about how he portrays himself as the voice of the black folks. And he's not. You can't be a voice for something you hate. And that's one thing I believe, especially, again, I don't know everything about him, but I'm just finding it very interesting. And the thing is, it's not even only Joy Reid. I've heard about him for a very long time. You know how in the community you be hearing about one of them? He was always one of them to me. So I've always heard about him and heard about his slick comments and stuff like that. And I heard about his association with different people. So I already knew that he was one of the Uncle Ruckuses, to be honest, going way back. But you again, these are not the type of people in everyday life that you want to waste your time in. We have enough trouble going to work, taking care of our kids and stuff like that, paying the bills. We don't need to waste our time. But because Joy Reid did this like 20 minutes expose, I spent some time to hear what he had to say and to read some of his tweets, and I'm like, wow. And we as black folks are supposed to be proud of that. We're supposed to support him. He doesn't care about us. He doesn't care about our support. And I find his gaslighting interesting. Like, oh no, I'm not saying anything bad about her. She's very intelligent and she's very accomplished. And I respect that. But I think his biggest thing is cursing, I guess. Black women cursing. Or black women showing aggression. I think he said one time, I think what the clip was like, oh, with Jasmine Cracker, is her cursing or coming out and saying that she disliked Trump, is that benefiting her constituent? Yeah, it's benefiting the constituent that love and support her. But even if it doesn't, which it does, but even if it doesn't, it benefits her peace of mind. It benefits her stress level. Because let me tell you something. I don't know about all black women, but I know about this black woman. When somebody pissed me off and I cuss them the hell out, I feel very relieved. I feel very happy. I feel that there's a ball of a tightness in my chest, a ball of discontent that is released when I tell her MF off. So yes, she is content on that. And why can't she? And what the thing about Stephen A. Smith makes me crazy and everyone like him is the fact that they don't hear the vitriol and the hatred from the white faces. They don't see that from the white T faces. They don't see. There was one clip where he says that he wasn't upset that Donald Trump did not give more powerful position to black men, and black conservatives should not complain about that. Why? Because the black conservatives, black men didn't kiss Donald Trump behind well enough for you, Stephen A. Smith. That I was waiting. You see, I wish Joy Smith had did a longer clip so I could hear the reasoning why he says that black conservative should not be upset without being picked in Trump New World. That black conservatives shouldn't complain, or black leadership shouldn't complain, because Trump administration is mostly white people. I just find it interesting when a black face, especially a black intellectual, alleged intellectual, try to twist himself in a pretzel to try to explain a white person that many of us know doesn't like us and is racist. If you want to be their uncle, that's cool. If you want to be Ruckus, that's cool too. Just be that. But don't try, in my opinion, to represent yourself as someone who cares about the black community, or that, oh, I'm not in. So how many times women we know are gaslighting male? Somebody's like, oh, I don't have nothing against you. I respect your intelligence. I respect that you work hard. But what the hell is that? And his biggest thing was like, oh yeah, Donald Trump is not racist. Donald Trump don't like everybody, or something to that effect. I'm like, yo, boy, if you don't stop, oh my God. So apparently, Stephen A. Smith, there was a clip. I think that's the reason why he did it, is because what? I don't know, CBS, somebody, let me see. Stephen A. Smith upcoming interview. Apparently they did a huge interview on him. Okay, Donald White. Donald White actually, I guess on ABC, I think Donald White. Who's Donald White? Is she on ABC? Apparently she did an interview on him. So yeah, ABC Live it looked like. So he did a ABC Live. So they were just showing some clips so that we could get to know. It's going to be a full-length ABC Live upcoming interview. Lord have mercy. A notable figure. For who? Who is he a notable figure for? Black folks. Somebody need to, you see, this is the kind of nonsense. This is the kind of BS that makes me crazy in this world. This is the kind of stuff that stresses me out, that stress up my nerve. We need to now be able to be truthful for ourselves and our community. A lot of people apparently has been getting really pissy about me coming out open as a black woman, a black pissed off woman from Brooklyn. A lot of people, I've hurt several people's feelings about my honesty and the way I take things. So I'm going to say it as it is. We need to stop being so nice with our opinion. First of all, there is no more old media. There's new media now. There's independence. Not every one of us is telling the truth, but every one of us is at least giving our opinion on subject matters that we care about and the way we see it. You could take whatever truth you want of it, but we're able to say what we want to say. You understand what I'm saying? What is it? Legacy media. There's no more such thing as legacy media. Well, there's legacy media, but people are not really watching it as much as they're really looking for other opinions. So as independent people, independent media, independent individual, we need to be able to say what the hell we want to say. You know why? Because for the last 10 years, our white tea brothers and sisters on the MAGA persuasion was telling us to kiss their behind every which way but yesterday. I don't know how much disrespect has come out since Donald Trump came down the escalator in 2015. He opened up the gateway for people to say whatever they want to say to anybody about anything. We need to be able to use that on our own, and especially when it comes to somebody like Stephen A. Smith and the Nellies of the world, and the Snoop Dogg in the world, and the Waka Flocka, and maybe even the Ashanti of the world, the Tasha K of the world. All of them that are out here kissing behind for the mega community because they don't see color and they don't see race and they don't see all that gaslighting bullshit. We need to be able to now express ourselves and say, uncle and aunties of the Ruckus's kind, go with your white folks. It's okay. You don't like black folks? That's cool. You understand? But don't act as if you representing the whole community, because you're not. You're representing the pick-me of them all. You want to do it because you either want your taxes taken care of or you want your family. Oh, let's not forget Nicki Minaj. I forgot to add Nicki to the conversation, because you want maybe some family members. You want your United States citizen faster. You want to bring people in. You want some pardons. You don't want your name or face on some type of list because of your action of your youth. You see something that you want from the other side. It could be now, it could be temporary, or it could have been something that you always wanted. You always felt that you were better than other black folks. There it is. And it's always surprised me when recently J.D. Vance was saying, oh, white folks don't need to be ashamed to be white. They could come out. White folks was never ashamed to be white. White folks was always the one that ruled the country. Always. They ruled with power. They ruled with money. They ruled with energy. Even the poorest white tea person, the poorest white tea person is better in most people's opinion than a black man. They will always get things better and faster than a black person. But these pick-me's, these Uncle and Auntie Ruckus don't want to be with the masses. They don't want to be with regular black folks. They want to be the elite. So in order to be the elite or look like the elite or look like they better than us, they have to kiss behind. They have to kiss behind. They have to act like, I'm better than them. Oh, I don't see race. I don't see this. I don't see that. Oh, the black woman that cursing is below subpar. They don't have any education and stuff like that. They're not really about nothing. They shouldn't, if they seat in office, you become, let me tell you, one of the things I like about Jasmine Crockett is the fact that I notice, and no disrespect to my black political friends, I have a lot of political friends that I love dearly, I support, I respect, and I see what they're doing. But one of the things I know is that once you get into political circles or you get to a certain big, there is certain expectation about you. Your wardrobe have to change, your hair have to change, the way you speak has to be modified. I've been spoken to multiple times. I've been asked to run for multiple offices. I've had sit down meeting where people want me to run for something, and the condition is that I have to change something about myself. I either have to change my appearance, the way I dress, the way I walk, the way I speak, and I'm not willing to do none of that. Whereas all of my political leaders, my amazing friends and advocates in this world, they they don't want to say they changed, but they were able to be someone that was more easier to assimilate in order to get things done. I guess that's a highest, this is the best way I could say it. Because at the end of the day, for you to make other people comfortable, you have to be able to assimilate. And I'm not the assimilating type. And neither is Jasmine Crockett. She's not, and I love that about her. If I would ever run for something, I would be Jasmine Crockett plus 10, plus 100. I probably would go to the floor cursing every other day. But to the Stephen A. Smith of the world, I'm nobody. I'm nothing. Even as he twists his mouth on public, in the public on the like, oh no, I have nothing against her. Oh, she does amazing work. Oh yeah, I know all about her. She does charity. She cares about people. But is her being this way, does that benefit her people? Does it benefit her client? Will that increase her productivity? Would that make her a better public figure? It's always that but. And it's that but that shows us that he thinks and they thinks they're better than us. And they want to align with their white brothers and sisters, their white tea brothers and sisters, and let them look at them, the white tea look at them and say, that's a good old boy over there. That boy right there, that boy right there, you see, that boy right there is a good old boy right there. You see, he ain't like the rest of them. He ain't like the rest of them. Him a good old boy over there. And they accept it. I don't know, for $200 and some million, most people would accept it too. But definitely check out Joy Reid's segment on Stephen A. Smith. I was like, yo, what? Again, I've heard of him for so many times. In fact, when he had that show, I think he was the one that had that show with the white broadcaster. Okay, wait a minute. Let me see if that's it. Was it it? What was Max? Was about? Is it Max? Let me check. Let me make sure. Is it Max Cullimer? Is that him? I want to make sure that's the guy. Because I remember when I heard about what happened to them, because I did hear about this. No, it's not the same guy. Maybe it's